Wow, that was loud. So, as you can see, we have another Scrawlrbox. I've been late with the other one, that's from December. So this is hopefully from January, so I'm not too far behind, even though it's February. Let's just get into it. I've been clever this time and actually cut it open beforehand. And ooh, icy caramel. That's actually my favorite flavor of candy, that's caramel. It looks like the kind that you could find at your grandmother's as well, like the old-fashioned kind. And let's see. Alright, let's see here. Ooh, so cool. I love it when it's like semi-realistic, but still not. Chubby, I'll check you out on Instagram. And I'm guessing it's gonna be markers. So here's the paper. This is, oh my gosh. Okay, this time I need to remember to use the right side of the paper. But how the frig do you know? How do you know which side is the right one? They're both the same. All right, yeah, we'll test that out later on. Let's check out the actual supplies. So these are the ones that I managed to spill out of the package. So that's a water-based varnish. What? Isn't this a pencil? How can it be a varnish? It looks like a pencil. It's a 2H, so it's semi-hard. And then we got a Micron. I'm very familiar with these types of fine liners because the Micron was my staple fine liner for quite some time. There we are. So let's open it up for real. Oh yeah, there's the markers. Okay, let's check out the other stuff first. Pit Artist Pen Bullet Nib. Oh, so it's a white kind of fine liner pen bullet nib. It's not a gel liner, that's for sure. And I always have better experiences with white gel liners compared to white ink liners. So this is gonna be interesting. Then we have the Pigma brush. Inked myself. And so it begins. And yeah, I was right. Here we have the markers. So these are spice. I love like reddish brown colors. And then we have tan and we have blush. It's funny because they call it blush, and every time I hear the word blush I imagine like a pinkish beige color, not yellow. But what do I know? First off, let's start with the pencil. The pencil is probably just gonna be like any other pencil, I'm guessing. That's maybe kind of mean of me to say, you know, because there are different pencils and people that use a lot of pencils, they probably feel the difference a lot more than I do. But since I mostly use, what's it called? Like like one of these. Mechanical, oh my god, mechanical pencil. Then let's go over to the Pigma brush. Ooh, it's a little bit soft, so that it's hard to control the thin to thick ratio of the line. And then we have the Micron that I'm used to, and I always break these nibs so easily because I get too excited and then I push too hard. Yep, that's a fine liner. Then we have the colors. Let's start with the blush that I wanted to be pink or pinkish because of the name, but it is. Oh, it's more like orangey pinkish. It's a nice blush. It does not match the color of the tube. Then we have the tan one. So this one has one bullet nib and then chisel. So it doesn't have the brush, but that's what I used way back when I used to use a lot of markers, so I'm used to that. And then the last one that I'm the most excited about, that's called spice. Spice. Maybe like pumpkin spice, because it's more like a terracotta orangey brown. That's a really nice color palette. It's missing something like blue or turquoise or green in there because it's very like warm, earthy tones. So those are our art supplies. So because of the colors that we are forced to use, I immediately thought of a bird. Can you guess what kind? It's a sparrow. And I've been sketching up a few like bird bunny hybrids lately, and I thought this could be a really cute one. So I'm gonna try to sketch up a bird bunny little guy. Maybe I'll do it this way. Did I use the right side of the paper? Seems like it. Okay, I'm now gonna test this out. Which side of the paper is the marker paper, and how can you tell the difference so that you won't be coming for me again in the comments? Well, you really helped me out to understand like what was wrong the last time I used marker paper. Is that any different than this? It doesn't seem like it. I'll just go for it. I'll just go for it. Okay. I used to have a bunny when I was a kid, and since I was a kid and I had no creativity whatsoever, I called it the Norwegian version of Stompa from Bambi, which is Trampe. He was a black little chubby bunny with long droopy ears. And oh, I say that he's a he. Actually, she was a she. The way my mom used to try to wake me up, because I've always been I love to sleep in, and the way she used to make me wake up in the morning was to like throw Trampe into my bed so that I had like a reason to wake up. But sometimes she got a little bit too familiar and then peed all over my pillows. But I loved her anyways. She was really such a sweet bunny. I actually have a neighbor who has 2 bunnies, and she lets them run free every day. And this is like, it's not close to a main road, but there are cars driving up and down these streets all the time. And me and Boomy was out walking, and suddenly that bunny just jumped into the road right in front of us, and then it just freaked out because it's so Boomy. Boomy was just like standing there like, what is that creature? I don't understand, what is that? And that bunny was like, oh no, and just spasmed and started like jump kicking in the air. And then I talked to the owner a different day, like, is that your rabbit or your bunny? Like, is it supposed to be out in the world? Had it gotten loose? And she was like, yeah, I mean, I don't like having animals in cages, so I'd rather be like free outside. And they usually stay really close to the yard anyways. And I'm like, yes, that's the perfect way to keep an animal. Because in Norway you usually have rabbits and bunnies in cages, but like usually outside, but still in cages. And that's the reason why I don't want to have a bunny anymore, because I don't want to have it in a cage, and it's dangerous for them to be like outside of the cage indoors because they can gnaw on electrical wires and get shocked and all that. But it was so adorable. It was really, really cool to see like a grown woman just having a bunch of rabbits running wild in the streets. Alright, so now I need to find a reference picture of the sparrows. Jack Sparrow. It's black around the eyes and just around its nose. Alright, then let's use the brownish red on its head. That rhyme. Oh shit. the black smudges. I feel like the feet should be the pink, or like more like blushy pink. Because bunnies usually have really light fur underneath their feet, which I think that isn't that really unpractical, because that's where you step in the most dirt. So you can see easily if you're dirty. But wait, maybe that's really practical when you think about it, because then you know if your feet are dirty, then you can see it instead of masking it with a black fur or darker fur on your feet. So this looks really messy right now, but I'll go over it with more layers. Let's go into the details then. I think I lost you there for a little bit, but now we're back. I haven't done much, I think, since the camera decided to stop recording, but welcome back. Still colouring this little sparrow bunny. It's actually quite fun. It's been a while since I've used markers, because lately I just use watercolor, and that's what I'm used to now. But this is actually kind of cozy. It still is a little bit messy because I didn't get a eraser, so I couldn't erase the pencil lines, but it doesn't look half bad. Alright, I'm not sure what more I can do with this without maybe ruining it. I really want to like get in some more details here and there, but I'm afraid to just do too much. So I've tried to get a little bit of like a feathering kind of effect on the buttocks and on the stomach. Not sure if it's translating that well, because it is a little bit hard to layer the colors dark enough. It's really hard to know when to stop. I've experienced that a lot with my latest pieces, because I get in the zone and then I sit there for hours and just add more and more and more, and it's so much fun, and then suddenly it's a little bit too much. Don't stop me now, I'm having such a good time, having a ball. Don't stop me now, I'm having a good time, just give me a call, don't stop me now. And let's take a look at Sparrow's wings. So I'll just try to add some dark parts to these wings. I don't want to cover them completely either. I'll just freestyle it a little bit. That doesn't look too bad. I can also go in with the white words. This one, the one that isn't a gel liner but is a white marker of sorts. So we can get some extra touches with that one. I think that looks quite cute, if I can say so myself. I actually forgot to try this while swatching, so let's see what this can do. Huh, not too bad, not too bad. I'm surprised. Usually these just like ends up looking like a wet patch on the marker. And it doesn't transfer either, it's still white. I mean, it's not opaque, it's not completely opaque, but it's not really too bad. It does rub the paper though, so be careful while using it. I mean, it turns out quite well on the darker colors. Not that much on the lighter ones, but that's to be expected. But it does sort of blend in with the already existing colors. So that can be used like if you don't want it to be opaque, if you want it to just be like a lighter version of the color you already have, then it could be quite useful. Now I don't know how to stop or when to stop. Okay, I'll try to add a little bit more of in the eye area because I wanted to like have that little puppy eyes, or like they've seen their planet explode and they don't know how to handle it. So I think I'm done. Let's just sign it. And that's it. So there you have it, guys, and thank you so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed making this little guy, and I can't wait for the next Scrawlrbox. Now I'm all caught up. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.